Hey guys, it's Hannah here, and today I am doing the Bonkers for blush and bronzer tag. I was tagged by Melissa from TheBlushedBeauty. This was a collab between her and some amazing girls on YouTube that I am so glad that I found because of this tag. So I will link her video down below, and she links everyone she did this collab with. So let's get started with the questions. There's 5, but they're pretty detailed, so I'm going to get started. Just get started with it. The questions are down this way, so I'm going to look there. So yeah, let's get started. Finding a blush or bronzer shade that works with your skin tone can seem never ending. What is your skin tone, and what blush or bronzer shades work best for you? As you can see, I am very, very pale. Low true match, I'm N1. I have a very neutral undertone. In MAC, I can wear an NW15 or an NW20 depending how much colour I have on me. So I'm very, very pale. But I think with the right tools, any single blush or bronzer shade can work. A lot of girls I know who are pasty are super duper scared of Benefit's Hoola bronzer. I wear this as my contour every single day, so for this it's very much just how you apply it, and in another question I'll tell you how I do. But another bronzer that works for me, that again some people are scared of, is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, because it can look a little bit orange. If you are super pale, I actually use it under my foundation in the winter to contour, and I find that way it's not the wrong colour. So it can never be too dark if you're applying something over it. And because it is a cream product, you can build it up and then go over with your foundation and kind of give you that natural contour without actually looking like it. So I do really like these two bronzer shades. And for blush, because I have a neutral skin tone, I can kind of go either way, but I do really love a pink blush. NYX's Peach, which is not peach at all, it's a pink. Essence Silky Touch blush in Baby Doll, which is more of a mauvey colour. A really blue toned pink like Clinique's Berry Pop. I can kind of go any which way or how because my skin tone is very neutral. And yeah, I can go, yeah, for me anything can kind of go. I don't kind of go to the very dark kind of reds and purples. I do kind of stay on the lighter spectrum. This is probably the darkest I would go with a blush, just personally because my skin is so light. But I do really want to try Tarte's Natural Beauty, which would probably be the darkest blush that I own. Okay. Question number 2. Everyone fears that at one time or another that wearing the wrong shade of blush will leave them looking reminiscent of Bozo the Clown. What tips and tricks would you suggest to avoid the not so cute situation? A lot of these were mentioned before, but duo fiber brushes. This is a duo fiber blush brush that I actually used to apply the Wet n Wild Heather Silk blush today because that is a super pigmented blush. As you can see, as I said, I used it today. But I just tap it in and show you exactly what I did. Because this is a very pigmented blush. I'll show you a swatch of it just to kind of show you how pigmented it is. Like, yeah, it can seem super duper scary. So what I actually do with this blush is I take the blush brush, tap it in, tap it off, and then just pat it on my cheek. And that did both sides of my face. And then what I actually go in and do is blend with a different brush, because this is a Real Techniques multitasking brush. And it just kind of blends it out. Really nice. If you have gone too heavy handed, definitely use your powder brush. I use the just my kabuki brush if it's super dark, just to kind of really buff it in, or use a pressed powder. But yes, any duo fiber brush. This is a bigger one. I like the Napoleon Purse Complexion Perfection brush 17S for my unique loose blushes that are already pigmented, because it just picks it up and it's so tiny that you can just precisely put it on there. As you can see, this has had a bright red on it. And just put it on and then blend it out with a bigger brush because it just applies a really small amount of product. Blending is your friend. Do not be scared to blend. You can always add more. Question number 3. Bronzing and contouring is all the rage these days, but with the trend comes the fear of looking muddy, dirty or too orange. What bronzing or contouring products do you think are wearable for all skin tones, and what tips and tricks do you have to get that chiseled cheekbone and sun-kissed glow? These are my top 2 for all skin tones again. This one is kind of yellow, orangey toned, but what I actually do with this, which is the Chanel Soleil Tente Chanel, is take my Bedelium Tools 955, which is a big stippling brush, tap it in, and then I actually go contour and then go up and actually bronze my face in this kind of way, whether it's under my foundation or over it. Using this stippling brush kind of buffs it in really well. Super duper nice. So that is, and that's really good to get a glowy because you're using a cream product, kind of glowing up. And you can obviously use it over your liquid if you have a darker skin tone. For contouring, as I said, I use Hoola bronzer, which is actually pretty dark. I have the NYC Sunny bronzer, which is much, much lighter. I'll show you a comparison of the two because, yeah, these are very different shades. So Sunny, pretty light. Pretty much what you'd think I'd be able to wear. And then there's Hoola. So it is a fair bit darker. So Sunny is something definitely, if you're really kind of heavy-handed, definitely go for Sunny. But it's definitely too light for most people. Like for a lot of, if you like medium skin tones, I don't think you'd be able to use this to contour personally. And for me, I actually think this is more orange than this, so I don't actually like this for contouring. If I ever warm up my face, which I rarely do because I embrace my pale, this will be what I use to warm up my face in the winter time if I don't want to go through the Chanel steps to kind of bronze up. But what I actually do is, you can see off your pants, I obviously really love it. I use the Real Techniques contour brush, and I honestly just do this, tap, and then go straight in. That leaves a perfect amount of product on there that it contours, and then you can push it down and blend it out if you go in circles. This for me is the best contouring brush ever. I love it. But that is for me how I contour, even if it is kind of a scary looking colour. I think you can definitely work with a lot of different bronzers if you're careful. Definitely do not recommend Bahama Mama from the balm if you are pale. Don't go there. It's going to be way too dark for you. Do not go darker than Hoola, personally. I do have a Laguna in a duo, which again is kind of dark, but that also works for me. I do like that as well as a contour. Even though it does have a little bit of shimmer, it doesn't really show up on my skin. Hey, question 4. For those of us beauties on a budget, what affordable blushes and bronzers would you recommend to them? Okay, the only affordable bronzer that I actually think, that I actually have really, I have a Wet n Wild one, but it's super duper glittery and I don't personally like it, but Sunny by NYC, which you can't actually get in Australia unless you get it online. So that's that. But I've heard a lot of good things about the NYX powder bronzers. So, and taupe blush, if you want to contour and you're pasty, go for taupe blush. But the NYC Smooth Skin, if you can get this in Australia, they used to have it on Crush Cosmetics, I'm not sure if they do anymore. And if you have a Target that has NYX, I don't have a Target that has NYX, which is why I haven't picked up the NYX bronzing powders, but those look really good. My number one, if you're going to go for a cheap blush that you want something good, definitely go for the Essence blushes. The Essence Silky Touch blushes are perfection. These are amazing. This is Baby Doll. This is a very everyday colour for me. I love this so much and I'm definitely going to pick up more colours. They're $5 in Australia, so definitely pick some up. Again, NYX blushes, super duper pigmented, gorgeous, and great colour selection. This is peach. It's not peach, it's pink. The Wet n Wild blushes, again, you have to get these online in Australia. They're super pigmented. There's like 4 colours, but they're definitely worth it. They're really pigmented, they're gorgeous, and if you can get them, definitely do. Another one that I have not heard, MUA blushes. The new formula, get the 2013 formula, not the old formula. But look how pigmented that is. These are super pigmented and they have a huge colour selection. So I have 2 very different ends of the spectrum colours here. So I have a really light peach and cupcake, and then bubblegum, which is this bright pink. Gorgeous. Definitely pick them up. I think they're like £2, so like $5. Definitely have a look. Okay, so question 5. We all have our holy grail items that we're constantly reaching for. What is the one blush, one bronzer, and one tool that you can never be without? I can do this in a heartbeat. These are, if everything disappeared, this is what I need. I would need my Hakuhodo brush. I don't know what this is, but I can use it for contour. Which, just put it on the side and contour. And then bring it up and blend up. Gorgeous. I have used it for contouring, but obviously, as you can tell, I love it for blush as well. Just perfect kind of patting motion. Definitely would have my Hakuhodo brush. It's very comparable to a Sigma or MAC brush, like a small contour, but it's a little bit bigger. That's why I like this. I love it. It's so soft. I definitely want to pick up another one because I love it so much. Bronzer, Hoola, will never be without. I have this sample. I have another sample. I am going to purchase it for the $51. I would spend $51 on this bronzer. I love it. And my Tarte Exposed. This goes with absolutely everything, no matter what I'm wearing. This would be the one thing. If I had no clue what blush to wear, it would be this. It goes with everything. I love it. And if I only had one blush, I'd need this. Simple as that. I'm done. That's all I have to say, because that is how much I love those products. So that is the Bonkers for Blush and Bronzer tag. I'm not going to tag anyone specifically, but I do tag all of you who are watching this to do this tag. If you make videos, let me know in the comments or leave a link. Tweet me, Instagram. I'm not really on, I'm on them, but I don't post much. I just don't know what you guys would want to see. If you guys let me know what you want to see on Instagram or Twitter, let me know. Yeah, so if you make videos, send me a link. If not, answer the questions in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Click the subscribe button, it's right here, or keep you up to date on all my videos. The questions will be in the down bar, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.